All right, I'm going to do the first three problems on the 11.2 rate Excel sheet for you. The first one says, Gabe took 7 days to read 280 pages of his book. What was Gabe's average reading rate in pages per day? So remember that rate is basically just taking a ratio and making the denominator equal to 1. So I'm going to write that up here. Rate is a ratio with a denominator of 1. Denominator, I'm abbreviating, 1. So for problem 1, I'm going to start with what the problem tells me, which is 280 pages in 7 days. And we want to know how many pages he read in 1 day. Again, I got that 1 because it says rate. So I knew that I wanted a denominator of 1. And I also knew to put days on the bottom because I was looking for pages per day. That means pages per 1 day. So the per day means that day has to go on the denominator here. So now I can solve this proportion using cross products. I can multiply 280 by 1 and set that equal to 7 times x. Or an easier way is that I can notice this relationship here on the number of days, that I'm dividing the number of days by 7. And so I can do the same thing to the number of pages. So I could come over here and do 280 divided by 7 on the side. And I know that that is going to give me, goes in 4 times to 28. Subtract and I get nothing. Bring down 0. 7 goes into 0 times. There's nothing left over. So 40 pages per day. So then I'm going to type in my answer 40. I got it right. Okay, let's look at number 2. How many days will it take Gabe to read 80 pages at the same average reading rate? So it says same rate. So we're going to start with the rate that we found in number 1. So I'm going to start with 40 pages per 1 day. And I want to know how long it's going to take him to read 80 pages. X days. Okay, here you could notice that you're doubling the pages, so you're going to have to double the days. Or you could say, to get from the number of pages to the number of days, I'm dividing by 40. So I'll have to do the same thing over here, divide by 40. And I know 80 divided by 40 is equal to 2 days. So I'm going to put 2 right there. You could also solve any of these proportions with cross products if that is easier for you or makes more sense. Last one, number 3. If Gabe continues reading at the same average reading rate, how many pages will he be able to read in 3 days? So again, I'm going to start with 40 pages per day, 1 day. And I'm going to say now, how many will he be able to read in 3 days? Notice that I'm putting days on the bottom here because I wrote days on the bottom in my rate. So I'm looking for x. I know that I'm multiplying the number of days by 3. Sorry for those weird marks. And so I need to multiply the number of pages by 3. And so that's going to give me 40 times 3 is 120 pages. So I'm going to put in 120 for my answer.